YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Two Shows here. Today we are going to be going over how to avoid each killer in Welcome to the Game 3. Now, if you've already watched my last video on what each killer does, you're definitely gonna watch this one. It'll definitely help you. It goes hand in hand with each other on how to avoid the killers. So today we're going over what to look for, who to look for, what to listen for, which is most important, and the other things is what to buy from the dark net that can help you discover when a killer is coming for you. All right, first killer we're gonna talk about is Tanner, everyone's favorite. To be honest, Tanner is one of the easiest killers to deal with. Now, there are a couple of ways Tanner can come get you. First things first, if you're sitting at the computer and you don't hear the sound cue, it sounds like a little rustling noise, almost like someone's rustling through like bushes or like a bunch of like a stack of leaves or something like that. It sounds like that when you're at the computer, and by that point I believe you get about 5 seconds in order to stand up and hit that panic button before Tanner comes and gets you. Another way that Tanner can come get you is if you're going to check the rooms, which you can go to check the rooms at any point during the game for any reason. One, when you need to pick up your sugar for another killer, you have to go into the rooms. Or also, if you decide to go into the rooms late to look for the keys, then, well, you're putting yourself in harm's way with Tanner. The way you want to avoid Tanner is actually very, very simple. So when you're in a motel room, all you have to do is make sure you lock the door for one before you start checking the room, because you never know, he can just pop in. So make sure you lock the door. And the key part, the key thing that you're going to want to do before you leave the room, when you're done doing whatever you're doing, is to check the peephole. Tanner will be at the peephole at the moment that you look right through it, and if he's not there, you're good. But if he is there, you give him a couple seconds, he walks away, then you're able to leave scot-free, and you have no problems with Tanner right there. The next killer we're going to talk about is another easy one. His name is Cletus. Now, Cletus is the drug addict that unfortunately will come for you to look for his drugs, and there's no one else in the world that he can go bother. He must bother you. So the only way, honestly, that you can deal with Cletus is just to have one pack of Crystal King in your pocket. Only one, not 0, not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want specifically just one. Now, the only reason why you want just one is because when Cletus comes and attack you, he's looking for all of the drugs that you got on you. So he will take literally everything. So if you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Crystal Kings in your pocket, that sugar in your pocket, he's taking all of them at a time, at one time. So it is very important that you only have one in your pocket, and if you have one in your pocket, you will never have to worry about him at all. Now, there's different ways to get these bags of sugar, and one of the ways is by, in the beginning of the game, well, actually throughout the game, you got to check the motel rooms, and you got to check around the motel as well. There are multiple different spots that the sugar can be at. They can be on garbage cans, they can be on top of the truck in the front of the motel, they can be on the benches outside the motel, and they can be in each and every motel room. The most I found in one run was 3 basically given to you, and if you run out, or if you have none somehow, then there's another way where you can do it, where you have to go through the drug deal app on the website. If you have to find a drug dealer on the ACRS, talk to them, send them $10 coin, then they give you an ID, you copy and paste that ID into the app, and then that way you can buy more Crystal King, and I believe it costs $12 coin. So total of $22 coin just for the first bag, and then after that it's just 12 after. Another killer I want to talk about is the Breather. This one has been in the game since the beginning of eternity of Welcome to the Game, and everyone hates the Breather. I was gonna say everyone loves, but everyone hates the Breather. But I feel like this game specifically, the Breather is the easiest he's ever been. And let me know down in the comment section below if you agree with me. I think the Breather is literally the easiest he's ever been. Whenever you're going to pick up a package at the dead drop location, which is under the bridge to the left side of the motel when you're walking out, you can grab your packages. You actually have time to grab your packages before he shows himself. Now, you don't have to be scared going there, but I do recommend you do not sprint at all when you go there. So wait until you pick up your packages, and then the game will actually face the killer. It'll face the Breather, and then you'll know the Breather's there, and then it'll turn back around, and the only thing you have to do is run to safety. Now, there is just enough time to run away from the Breather in this game. That is the only thing, and you have to actually beeline it as close to that motel as possible. Don't stay in a road and then make a 90-degree turn. No, like literally take that straight route, because by the time you run out of stamina, he's still low-key behind you, and you could take a couple steps forward, and then he'll just be gone by then. But the way to avoid him is to get close to the motel, and then he will literally just leave you alone. A little bit difficult killer that we're going to talk about next is Tucker, right? Tucker is a kind of creepy one to deal with if you are outside of the motel at any point. Now, I've gotten accustomed to the sound cue, sort of. I'll hear it sometimes, and sometimes I won't, or sometimes I'll second guess myself when I hear it. But if you hear the sound cue of like stomping behind you or like rustling like in the leaves or anything while you're outside, only when you're outside, I suggest, and the only way to stop them is to just stand still. Don't move, don't make a sound, don't spin around, don't do anything. Hands off keyboard and mouse and just let it happen. You will hear the sound cue of him leaving, and that for a fact sounds like some rustling or like another step. It's happened to me a couple times. The internet will go out, you'll go out there, you try to fix the Wi-Fi, you're banging on the thing or you're resetting it in general, and then you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go back, and then Cletus is right behind you. So you gotta make sure that you're listening even while you're doing those things, because that is the part that he will just pop up on you and you will regret it. All right, we're gonna go into another favorite of the Welcome to the Game series, which is Lucas. So Lucas is the hitman, as he has been in every single Welcome to the Game as well as Dead Signal. And this time, Lucas is a little bit sneaky. Now, you deal with Lucas the same way you dealt with him in Welcome to the Game 2. The easiest way for me is just to get motion sensors, put them on the outside of the motel. So like when you're walking out the back doors, you go left or right, you need 2 motion sensors for this one. When you turn the corner, put a motion sensor there. When you turn the corner on the other side, put a motion sensor there as well. That way you're alerted whenever he walks past the motion sensor, you get a lot of time. But let's say you don't have any motion sensors, or you really don't want to play motion sensors with Lucas, there is a sound cue for Lucas. It sounds like he's lock-picking the door. Now, once he's lock-picking the door, you don't really have too much time in order to react. So you gotta move fast as soon as you hear that lock-picking noise, and then hide as soon as possible. Now, there's 2 hiding spots. There's one in the bathroom, which is a little bit dangerous to go to if you ask me, because I feel like you have to run past him in order to get to the bathroom. But in the locker in the bathroom, that is a hiding place. There's also a hiding place in the little, I don't even know what it's called, like a little laundry room kind of thing, but there's a laundry basket in the room to the left of the computer that you can go to and hide it. When you're hiding, there will be an anxiety kind of quick game for you to play, which is a little tough. Like your first time playing it, you'll probably fail, not gonna lie, but you'll get used to it and you'll figure it out, and it's really not that hard. But once you hide from Lucas, you wait for him to leave, you'll hear the noise of him leaving and anything like that. Another tip is, obviously, just like before in the Welcome to the Game series games, if you leave enough lights off, Lucas leaves faster. The more lights is on in a motel, the longer it takes for him to leave. So obviously you want him to leave fast, so you want to start off the game pretty much just turning off a couple lights, only leaving like 1 or 2 lights on, and then they give you like a 30 to 45 second window of him leaving instead of like a minute and a half or something like that. So that's how you deal with Lucas. Okay, there's 2 more killers. One of them is the Kidnapper, and you got to look out for the white van in the front of the motel. Now, the best way to do this, in my opinion, and I believe everyone's opinion, is to have a camera set up or 2 cameras set up in front of the motel where you can see on the street, you can clearly see the white van. Once you see the white van, make sure you don't go outside. Okay, now going to Noir. So this one is a little bit tricky at first, but then once you get used to it as well, it's kind of like second nature, but you're gonna make sure that you look out for the right things. Now, just like this, how you see on the screen, if you see the woman on the left, the man on the right, you're gonna want to turn around, count to 10 exact. Now, I mean exactly, not 9, not 11, you will die if you do not count to 10 exactly. If you see the man on the left, woman on the right, and they're together, the whole time they're together, it's 5 seconds. But that's the tricky thing. You just got to remember, woman on the left, tall guy on the right, 10 seconds, tall guy on left, woman on the right, 5 seconds. Now, a way for you to actually count it correctly, there is a tool that you can use in the shop, and it's called the Ringanome. I think that's what it's called, where it literally counts your seconds for you. So you just literally turn it on, it'll do like a metronome kind of thing. It was like tick, tick, tick for 10 seconds or 5 seconds, whatever it is, and then you know you're good. Now, Noir can also spawn while you're at the computer. When they're at your computer, all you want to do is do literally nothing. Just sit there, don't look at them, don't get up from the chair, just literally sit there until you hear, I believe she says like goodbye or good boy or something like that. Like you'll hear the sound cue of them leaving, and then that's when you're good to continue to do what you were doing. But if they're at your computer, like I said, do absolutely nothing and just let it play out for a couple seconds. There's no time limit on this one like there is when they're both together, whereas like 5 seconds and 10 seconds, nope, you just kind of gotta wait until they go away. Now, there is another killer in the game that honestly I have yet to run into. I have never activated this guy, not once, and I'm honestly scared to do it. It is the bomb maker. Now, I've been told, I'm not 100% sure on this because I haven't tested this out myself, but I've been told that if you click on the bomb maker's website, you want to open the chat, and then it'll give you like specific directions on how to like defuse a bomb that he plays somewhere around in the motel. Not 100% sure again, but that is another killer to watch out for. So make sure, if you want to just avoid him completely, never click on the bomb maker's website. Now, if you get a key finder and all of that good stuff, and you want to, you're on your last key, you swear you checked every website, just check the bomb maker's last. That'll literally save you from the headaches dealing with him throughout the run. At least you'll only have to worry about him at the end of the game, and by that time at the end of the game, you should be good enough to where you can complete the game without really having to worry about him coming in and blowing up the motel or anything like that. So that's the bomb maker. That's the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this, or if this helped you in any single way at all, make sure you smash that like button or subscribe to the channel. Actually, do both. And we will be dropping more tips and tricks videos as more things come out, and as I'm able to tell you guys something brand new or anything like that. Just make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We do play Welcome to the Game 3 here. You can also follow me on twitch.tv/x2shows, where we play Welcome to the Game live with the viewers, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, in this guide, as you get used to the killers, you kind of learn what to do, what to listen for, what to hear, where to place things, and what to buy, and then you'll become better at Welcome to the Game 3 and possibly beat the game. Now drop in the comment section below which killer has killed you the most, and I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna say Tanner or Lucas, but for me it's been Tanner so far, but I've gotten used to it and I haven't died to him as much. But it's still Tanner for some reason. Him in that little maid outfit, he be getting me. But anyways, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.